Hi, I'm Rhett. I'm at home in the garden with my family, Catherine, Ethan, Nyah and Jeffrey. I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa when I was about 14. My family noticed that I wasn't very good at night. My night vision was terrible, so it was about 5 years ago that that I was diagnosed as legally blind, and I was really stubborn about that. I really didn't want to admit that to myself, let alone others. And that's when I got in contact with Guide Dogs Queensland. And for me, that made a huge change. And then Jeffrey came along, and Jeffrey down here, my guide dog, and he was once again another game changer. When I really feel like the main support that I've had is obviously from my wife and my family, and then secondary to that has been Guide Dogs Queensland has probably been the big forefront of dealing with the changes I've had to go through. Being a dad is something that has been with me for a very long time. It's how I've defined myself for some time now, as being a dad. And the thing that being a vision impaired father really helps with is developing resilience. They see the world from a slightly different perspective, and from a perspective not a lot of people appreciate. And so they tend to understand a bit better that that instead of letting your limitations bog you down, you've got to get busy living and not allow it to affect you so much that you just don't get the best out of life. And there's definitely sad times with that. There's definitely times where they appreciate that there's things I can't do with them, which they'd really like to. And for me as well, there's nothing I used to like more than taking the kids for a drive or something and going somewhere and doing something with them, and that's no longer available. But that doesn't mean that we can't still have some really, really great times, and it's just about not allowing your limitations to get in the way of having fun.
Hi, I'm Nyah, and I'm 11, and I'm Rhett's favourite daughter. Dad's the best because his vision impairments never stopped him. He jumps on rides, he always goes on holidays, and it's not just either staying at home or going out with the dog. It's with the cane, and he's just, it's never stopped him. One thing I've learnt from Dad is don't live life at my shortest. Don't stick to what I'm good at.
Hi, my name is Ethan. I am 10 and my dad is Rhett. Just that he's really brave. Like when I was in hospital, when I had my broken leg, he didn't hesitate staying night after night after night there with me until I went home.
My dad's the best dad because
by him teaching us history, it's like he's seen all the Earth's history with his own eyes.
I think there's a lot out there today about ways of doing things and ways to raise children in the best possible way to do this or get that or get them to achieve the most. But whenever I feel like those sort of questions are coming up, the number one I always feel like works for me is just providing a happy and safe environment, and just allowing them to thrive, because kids will, as long as they're not overpressured and they're not, if you just allow them to be who they are and don't make any judgment on that and just make sure they're safe, I think that's the most important thing about being a dad.